So here we are going with the premium tool session. So in this premium tool sessions, so in your nurturing process, in first stage, you are going to complete some tools installation, right? Like MS Visio, uh, Azure RP, and Balsamiq. These are the tools you will install. So these tools I will explain you here in this premium tool session. Okay, so please listen carefully how I'm explaining you. And if you're getting doubts, as I told you, you can type in chat box, and also I'll give you time at the end of the session. You can ask me. So let us discuss on them. Okay. So here as the tools like MS Visio and Balsamiq, Azure RP. Okay. So these are the tools you are going to learn here in this premium tool session. So before going with these tools, first we need to know as a BA how we are involving with these tips, why we are using these tools, and also who is a BA. First, we need to know who is a BA and why we are as a BA, why we are using these tools. Everything we need to know. So first we need to know who is a BA. So a BA will play a key role in in implementing the projects. BA will be the bridge between the client and the stakeholders, as we all know that. Okay. So a BA is a important and plays a key role in the implementing projects, and the BA will be the bridge between the stakeholders and the clients. So as we all know this, as a BA, we will interact with the people, with the stakeholders, and we will communicate all the things between the technical team and with the client, as he will discuss, and they will communicate all the things, and they will explain what the client needs. Okay. So now we need to know what are the roles of a BA. So roles of a BA is to gather the requirements as for the client needs, and to document these requirements, and to modeling the requirements. Okay. So gathering the requirements and documenting them, and whatever the requirements a BA will gather, he will. So as a BA, we will gather the requirements, and whatever the requirements we have gathered, and we will document them. And also whatever the requirements we have gathered, as we involve in designing phase. So in designing phase, we will modeling them. Okay, modeling. So these are the roles of your BA. So modeling the requirements, it shows the visual representation in visual format, like designing mockups, prototypes, and UML diagrams, images, charts, etc. Okay. So modeling the design is, as we all know, need to know that. So modeling the requirements, it shows a visual representation as I told you. For this visual representation, we will create all the designing the mockups and prototypes. Mockups, prototypes, UML diagrams, okay, UML diagrams and charts. As we all know, we will create some charts and all. So to design the prototypes, mockups, UMLs, we are going through the tools like MS Visio, Balsamiq, and Azure RP. Business process BPM is different. This modeling is different. Okay. So in designing phase, we will go with this modeling. So whatever the requirements we have gathered, we will analyze all those and we will document them and we will create the more designings there. So the kind of designings we will do as a PA in designing stage is mockups, prototypes, and UML diagrams. Okay. So to create all these kind of these kind of designings, we will use these tools like MS Visio, Balsamiq, and Azure RP. So as of now, I have explained about this. So MS Visio, first let us see MS Visio tool. Okay, so first let us see MS Visio tool. MS Visio tool is a tool used to create UML diagrams. Okay, so UML diagrams. MS Visio is useful to create the UML diagrams. UML has 9 diagrams having with 2 types. Okay, so 9 diagrams divided into 2 parts. Like those are static diagrams and dynamic diagrams. Static diagram and dynamic diagram. Okay, so these are the 2 types we are having with. MS Visio is used to create the UML diagrams, and UML we are unified modeling language as we are having 9 types of diagrams in this UML. So those are divided into 2 types like static diagrams and dynamic diagrams. So here what are the static and what are the dynamic we need to know. Static or like use case diagram, use case diagram and class activity and component state chart. Component state chart and packages collaboration and deployment. So these are all the types in this static diagram. Okay. So these are all the static diagrams as we are having, and these are the kind of UML diagrams. And coming to dynamic diagrams, as we are having 4 types of dynamic diagrams here, like sequence diagram, activity diagram, and state chart and collaboration. Okay. So these are the diagrams we are having in this dynamic and static. Okay. So static and dynamic. First, we need to know what is static, what is dynamic. So static diagrams, it shows the process from user's perspective. So whatever the diagrams you are creating, as it shows from the user's perspective. Okay. So let us say as as a customer, he is interacting with the system. Okay. So how he is interacting with the system, what he is going to do, everything we will represent it in a visual representation by creating these UML diagrams. Okay, so it will be come under this static. And coming to dynamic diagrams, it shows how the workflow is going on, like from the system's perspective. Okay, so whatever the inputs given by the customer, how system is responding, we will showcase by drawing these dynamic diagrams. Okay, so as a BA, like from these all diagrams we are using as a BA, from all these kind of diagrams we will use use case diagrams, activity diagrams to show in visual representation for the technical team. Okay, so now I'll explain you like what is use case diagram and what is activity diagram from dynamic static one and the from static diagrams, as I explain you use case diagram, and from dynamic diagram I'll explain you this activity diagram, so that you will be getting a clear understanding about this what is static and what is dynamic. Which document means, Mayur, whatever the requirements you are gathering from the clients, from their that requirements itself, we will based on that requirements, we will create the UML diagrams, either use case diagrams or activity diagrams. Not BRD, it would be different. See, BRD document is like a requirements. Whatever the requirements we have gathered, we will place all this kind of requirements in this BRD document. But designing is normally we can design whatever. However, we will design in tools, not in document. Okay. So let me explain you what is this use case diagram and what is this activity diagram. How to create, how to draw this use case and activity, so that you will be getting a clear idea. So use case diagrams and activity diagrams, to draw this we will use in designing phase. Radha Krishna, in designing phase we will go with this UML diagrams and all. Yes, Mayur, you can refer BRD document and you can refer FRD documents also. So here use case diagram. So use case diagram is like we will draw this UML use case diagram and activity diagrams by using MS Visio tool. Okay. So MS Visio tool. So let me explain you quickly about this use case diagram. So use case diagrams, it gives the visual representation from the user's perspective, as I told you. And we can say like how the user is interacting with the system behaviors. Okay. And coming to activity diagram, it shows the visual representation of the workflow of the system. As I told you, how the customer is interacting and what are the inputs given by the customer, how system is responding, we will showcase in this activity diagram. So use case diagram, we are having some components to draw this use case diagram. We are having some components. So the components are like actors, actors and use cases, relationships, and system boundary. Okay, so these are the components. Actors, use cases, relationships, and system boundary. So here, what is act like? So what are actors? Actors means who is interacting with the system. Those will be considered as actors. Okay, so we are having two types of actors: primary actor and secondary actor. Okay, primary actor and secondary actor. So primary actor is like who is interacting with the system. Okay, who is interacting with the system, those will be considered as primary actor. And who is the actor who is helping for the customer to complete main functionalities, to complete the functionalities, those will be considered as secondary actors. Okay, so team, please don't get confused. Whenever I'm using this MS Visio tool and whenever I'm explaining you, you will get to understand clearly about these actors, about these components. So please don't get confused between them. Okay, primary actor who will initiate the process. As I told you, the customer is interacting with the system. So here customer will be the primary actor. And whoever helps for the customer to complete that functionalities, whatever they are doing, those will be considered as secondary actors. Okay, and coming to use cases. So use cases, as we are having with the two types, that those are essential essential use cases and supporting use cases. Okay, so essential and supporting use cases. Essential are the things, so we can showcase like whatever the mandatory things we are having. So whenever we are showing a main functionalities, we are doing a functionalities, to showcase the main functionality, we will use this essential use case. And coming to supporting use case, so whatever the details we are giving to complete that main functionality, it will come under this supporting use case. So here, let us say, I'll explain you example so that you will be getting a clear idea. So let us say that as we all know, we will go with the e-commerce applications generally. So everyone will be getting a clear idea about this e-commerce. So let us go with this e-commerce application. So first, whenever you are installing a e-commerce application, let us say you are going with the Flipkart. So whenever for the first time, if you installed it, it will ask you for the registration or the login, right? So here registration will come under main functionality. Okay. Registration will come under main functionality, and whatever the details like your name or your email or your phone number, whatever the details you are giving to complete that registration, those will come under the supporting use cases. Okay. So these are the types of use cases we are having, essential and supporting. And coming to relationships, relationships we are having with the three types: include, extend, and generalization. Okay. So what, let us see what are these relationships. Include will use in to show that whatever the functionality we are doing, the relationship to complete this functionality in whatever the details we are having, those details are mandatory. If those details are mandatory to give, so in that kind of situations, we will use this include. Okay. So let us say, as I told you, registration. For registration, as you will give your name. Okay. It is a mandatory thing. So we will give this relationship as include. Okay. We will use these relationships in between to showcase the relation between these essential and supporting use cases. And coming to extend. Extend. So whatever the details you are giving. So let me say you will give your phone number and email, right? So if you give phone number, no need of giving email, or if you are giving email, no need of giving phone number. So it is an optional thing. So okay. So in case of these kind of situations, to showcase that these are the optional things, we will use extend. Okay. And coming to generalization. So generalization we will use. So we are having multiple options. Okay. So we are having multiple options. Only one option is mandatory for us to complete that particular functionality. So these kind of situations we will use this generalization. Okay. So team, please listen carefully. Include we will use to show the relationship between essential and supporting use cases in kind of mandatory things. And extend, it is an optional thing. Either we can use them or we cannot use them. That is the thing. And coming to generalization, if we are having multiple options, but only one option we can use to complete the main functionality. To show these kind of situations, we will use generalization. So these are the types. And coming to system boundary will helps us to separate actor and secondary actor. Okay, so to separate the primary actor and secondary actor, we will use this system boundary. So these are all the components we are having in this use case diagram. So I'll explain you the MS Visio tool. What is this use case diagram and what are these components? These are all the components of use case diagram as I told you. So I'll explain you now about this use case diagram. We can draw it so that you will be getting a clear idea about it. Okay. So this is the MS Visio tool as it will look like this. This is the MS Visio tool. So let me resize, and these here we are having all the UML types of UML activity diagrams. These are all the types of diagrams we are having: UML activity, UML collaboration, UML components, and these are all the kind of diagrams we are having. Okay. So these are all the components of use case diagrams. Okay. So as I told you, use cases. Just let me resize it. So these are the use cases, actors, and relationships, include and extend, and these are the communication line as we use, and this will be the system boundary. Okay, system boundary. So these are the components of use case diagram, and these are all the which is helpful for us to complete the all the to reset all the things. If you want to color them, we can. Otherwise, we can. If you want to resize, we can resize them. And this is the interface to create the diagrams. Okay, so this is the UML. So this is these are the components, and this is the MS Visio tool. Okay. So let us draw the diagram. Let us create a use case diagram so that you will be getting a clear idea. As I told you, this is the system boundary. So let me rename for this system boundary as e-commerce. Okay. So e-commerce application. So this will be the actor. Okay. So use cases, as I told you, we are having two types of use casing, right? Like essential use case and supporting use cases. So let us see how we will place this essential use case and how we will place this supporting use case. So let us bring this use case, and these are the supporting use cases. Okay. So these are the supporting use cases I'm giving for these use cases. So here, let me rename it for use case. Just double click on that use case. It will be opening these case properties. So here, name for this use case is, as I told you, registration is the main functionality. Registration, and you need to select this OK. Okay, so this is the essential use case. And as told you, supporting use cases are like whatever the details we will give to complete that main functionality, we will give those in supporting use cases. These are the supporting use cases. So here we need to give our details. Okay. So details are like here, just rename them as name. And here, let me give it as phone number. And here, let me give it as email. And here just I'm giving you as nickname. Okay, nickname. So these are all the details we are having. We are placing them in the supporting use cases. So relationships, as I told you, team, please listen carefully. For the next functionality, you need to give answers. So here for the name, as it is mandatory thing, as I told you, for mandatory things we need to use include. Okay, so for the name, as it is mandatory, so that I'm using this include. And we can recognize this include component. Include relationship is like here for this arrow, it will show you name as uses. Okay, it will show the name as uses, it is considered as include. Okay, and phone number, as I'm giving it as also mandatory. And coming to email, let us give again this mandatory include as I'm giving. So these are all the details as I'm showing. These are the mandatory details for us. And coming to nickname, as I'm giving my name here, my first name as I'm giving, and I don't want to give this nickname. Okay, so that I can use extend. Yes, extend. So for this, I'm just drag this, and this is also a drag and drop tool. We can drag the components and we can place them here. Okay, so we can recognize this extend relationship like as for this arrow, it will show like extend. Okay, so this is how we have created. We are showing the registration and details, the relationship between essential and supporting use cases. Okay. So as of now, we have done with the relationship, and let us go with this login. Okay. So let us go with this login. Okay, login as I have given. Let me rename it as login. Let me give it as username, password, and let me give it here as forget password. So team, just identify what is the relationship we can give between this login to username. What kind of relationship we can show. So everyone need to respond so that I will get a clarity that everyone able to understand what I'm explaining. Additionally use cases means just control D, I'm duplicating them. And Satya, include means for which use case you are giving this include. See, Mayur, these are all the components of use case diagrams. Okay. Only these components we will use in use case diagram. We won't use any other components. Okay. So that I'm telling you, these are the use cases we are having essential and supporting two kind of. Okay. And for e-commerce application, I'm telling you the process. First, we will register for it, and later we will go with the login, and later we will go with the products. So this is a process. So that whatever the process we will complete, that process I'm showcasing in this use case diagram. Okay? Is it clear now? Okay, some are giving include, some are giving extend. Okay, fine. Good. So that everyone is involving. Good. So I'm checking all of the members' answers, whatever they are giving. So some are telling those are extends, some are telling those are include. Good, good response. Rakshanda. Okay, I'll tell you. Whenever I'm duplicating them, I'll tell you how to duplicate. Okay, fine. So here, as for this username, we will use include, as we all know that it is a mandatory thing. And for password, it is also a mandatory thing, so that I'm using this include. Okay, so just give this include relation. So how I am duplicating this means I just selected this arrow. I'm selecting this control D so that it is duplicating. Okay. So this is how to duplicate a component. So here for username and password, I have used this include because those are the mandatory things for the main functionality completion. And for this forget password, if I forget my password, then I will use this forget password. Otherwise, I won't use this forget password. So that it is a mandatory, it is an optional thing. It is not a mandatory thing. So that here I am using extend. Okay. So this is how we need to identify the use cases relationships. And as we have completed registration and login, so let us go with this product catalog. Okay. So let me create a product catalog here. Just Control D. Select this Control D so that it will be duplicate. Okay. So product catalog, and here just double click on this. We need to give here products. Okay. So different kind of products we can showcase, and whatever the products we are showing, as we will go with the add to cart, and we will go with the and wish list. Okay. So just I'm adding here wish list, and let me give it as add to cart. Otherwise, I'll keep them in favorites or favorites. Okay. So as I have given some options, either I will keep these products in wish list. Otherwise, I can keep these products in add to cart. Otherwise, I can keep this favorite in favorites. I can keep my products in favorites. So for this product catalog, just tell me the relationships what we can use for all this. Team, please respond. Good, Radhakrishna. Good. So some of the members they are identifying exactly. Mayur, as a BA, you need to understand all these things. See, as I'm telling you, registration, it is the main functionality. Okay. First, we will register for the things. So it is a main functionality so that I have showcase in essential use case. Okay. So what is the process we are completing? That process we will draw in use case diagram by using these use cases. Okay. S- So Mayur, for your understanding, I'll explain you another example. Let us say if you're going with a bank application, if you're going with a bank, you want to take an account in the bank. Okay. So there uh, whatever the account you are taking, it will be a use case, like it will be a essential use case. And to take that account, you will give some details for the bankers, right? So whatever the details you are giving, those details will come under these supporting use cases. Means as a BA, we need to understand the flow, we need to understand the process. So if we want to show all this for the developers, we can use this use case diagram. Okay, so that we can create this use case diagram. First, we need to understand the flow, we need to understand the process, then we can create. Okay, so many people, maximum they are telling some of them or extend and some of these are include. See here, wish list as it is not a mandatory. We won't confirmly we won't add our products to wish list. It is not a mandatory thing, and we won't add particularly whenever we are going with application. We won't add them in add to cart also. And favorites also, if we like the products, we will add. Otherwise, we won't. Otherwise, we will check the products. Sometimes we will check the products, and if you're not interested in anything, we won't add anything in the favorites or wish lists or favorites. Just we will simply close that application, right? So these are all a kind of extend only. Okay, these are all the optional things. These are all not the mandatory things, so that we can use it as extend. So in this way, we have created our product catalog. Yes, Agrawal, I am checking your answers also. And we have done with this product catalog. And so let us go create the payment process, payment page. Okay. So let me rename it as payment. And this is like a cash on delivery. And this one is UPI. And this one, let me give it as wallet or cards. Okay. So in this way, we have placed. So identify them for cash on delivery, free or extends. Okay. Team, just think whatever I have explained you the components. Just think all the components. Relationships, as I told you, we are having types. Include, extend. Good, Danishma. Good. Good, Taruni. Deepak. Yes, Mayur, you can refer the documents as I told you beginning only. You can refer them. Okay. Okay, team. So max 3 to 4 members, they have given correct answers as all are identified as include and extend. Okay, good, Vivek. So here, as for this payment process, as these three options, or we are having three types of options, and so Rakshanda, I'll discuss this thing at the later, means end of the session. I'll explain you. Okay. So here, payment for this payment process, as these three things we are having. But for these three things, we will only use one option to complete this payment process. We can't use all the three options. Okay. So as I told you, for these kind of situations, we can use generalization. Okay. So for these kind of situations, we will use generalization. So to place this generalization, just bring this use case to here, place it here, and you need to give double click on it. And here it will show like stereotype, it will show. Just select the stereotype, select empty space. Okay, select empty space. Okay, so that it will be considered as empty arrow. So it will be considered as generalization. Okay, it would be considered as generalization. In this way, you need to place the generalization. So this is how you can use all the components of these use cases and relationships. We can create the UML diagrams. And after completing payment process, we can go with the order status. Okay. Let me give it as order status. Order status. And here, let me give the options. Like here, so here I'm giving mail, and here I'm giving as SMS. Okay. So find out SMS and mail. See, generalization, as we are having different options to complete a main functionality. So between those multiple options, we can only one option we can use to complete that main functionality. So without having one, so if you're getting, mm, you can't use all the options to complete the main functionalities. Only we can use one option, how many options we are having. So for this, to showcase this kind of relationships, we will use generalization. Okay. See here, Sailata, I didn't get your question. How to use that component in tool? Which component? So, good question, Vivek. Vivek Agarwal. As I told you now, Sailata, please listen carefully. To place this generalization, you need to bring this include or extend, either include or extend. Double click on it. Here you need to select the stereotype. Go with the stereotype. Select empty space. Okay. So that it will be giving an empty arrow. It would be considered as generalization. Okay. So order status, as Vivek Agarwal, she asked me a good question. So we will receive both at a time. Okay, whenever we are placing an order, we will get confirmation through mail and we will also get confirmation through SMS, right? So it would be considered as include. So for some people, it will get only if you're not giving mail, we won't get any mail. Only SMS we will receive, right? So for that purpose, we can use extend. Okay. So it based on the situation, it based on the need, we can use. So this is how we have done with the use case diagram. As we have registered, we have created a register page and we have created login, product catalog, payment and order status as we have created. So let us place the actors. Okay. So as I told you, we are having two types of actors. So one is primary actor and one is secondary actor. Okay. So primary actor as who will initiate the process, those will be the primary actor, and who will like as who will support for this functionalities, who will support for this primary actor to complete all these functionalities, those will be considered as secondary actor. Okay, so this primary actor, let us say as customer, let me rename it as customer. So to showcase the customer is interacting, we need to use this communication line. Just drag it to this registration. Okay. So here we need to show this communication line between the essential use case and the actor only. We won't place them for supporting use case. Just we will connect this actor to registration, means essential use case only. Okay. So in this way, we can give connections to all the use cases, essential use cases. Okay. And also we can also show manufacturer in the same way. If manufacturer want to go with his product catalog, and if you want to check either how it is going on, what are the products we are having, if you want to check it, we can also create the same way for the manufacturer also. But the thing, by using this diagram itself, we can showcase the manufacturer also. Okay, so let me show it also. Control X, Rakshan, the Control X, you can cut it. Otherwise, you can give the right click and you can delete it. Deepak, for as I told you, for order status, how we will receive the order status, that is order placed confirm, or as As this, after placing the order, we have received our product. How we will get the confirmation that we have received our product successfully? We will get emails and we will get SMSs, right? So that purpose I have given this SMS and email. Mm. Add to cart option, add to cart option is this. If you want to add the product, then it is mandatory thing. What if you didn't like any products and you are not placing any, you are not placing any products in the add to cart? Then it will be an optional thing, right? So that thing, as I told you, so it is not that thing that you won't add the products to the cart. Okay, if you like to add, you can, otherwise you won't. So that purpose it is an extent. Deepak, you can keep it as yes, because we will receive email, right? See, if you give email to your, as I told you this thing also, if you give your email in this application, you will receive email and SMS both. Otherwise, if you didn't give any email, if you gave, if you log in only through your mobile number, then you will receive only SMS. Okay. So as I told you that thing also, we can go with this include and we can go with this extend also. You can keep both. However you want to show, you can show it. No problem. So as we have created from customer end, the customer is registering login and yes, you can. If you want to get only one option, you can also choose it that one also. So So let us say customer is going with the registration, all the details as he given. So he as he given, and now the secondary actor who will helps to complete this main functionality. So here whatever the details we are having like name, phone number, email, or all these details will save in database in your in our systems or mobiles, right? So here database will come under the secondary actor. Okay. Database will come under the secondary actor, and we can also place this communication like in line in the same way from actor to use case. Okay. To log in, and in the same way for product catalog also. So this is a communication line. So in this way, you can create the UML use case diagram. It is from static. So as I told you, you can place this. So you can place this manufacturer also. So to show this manufacturer, just you can place another actor as primary actor. just keep it here. Rename it as manufacturer, and you can inherit. Okay, just you can inherit like this. You can place an arrow. Okay, so in this way you can inherit to the manufacturer too. So in this way you can show this inheritance between this manufacturer to customer. Okay, so this is how we can create this use case diagram by using all these components. Okay, so this is all about the use case diagram, whatever we will create in this MS Visio tool. So, and we are also having, as I told you, we are having with the activity diagram in dynamic state. So just go with this activity diagram also. This activity diagram also we will create in this MS Visio tool only. Activity diagram. Okay. So as I told you, activity diagram as we will show like how the system is responding by using this diagram. So for activity diagrams, as we are have from the system perspective, as I told you, and the components we are having like start node and end node and decision box. Start node, end node, decision box, control flow, and branch and merge, and fork and join. Okay, so these are all the components as we are having in this activity diagram. So let us see how we will use this nodes, all these components in the activity diagram. So start node, it will show like how we are initiating the process. We will use this start node, and add node at we will use to show like the process has been stopped. And coming to decision box, as we will use this decision box in yes or no conditions to showcase that yes or no or valid invalids kind of situations. And control flow, as it will show the relationship between one flow to another flow. And branch and merge, we will use this node like to represent a decision point where the flow of control divided into multiple flows. As we are having multiple flows, to show these multiple flows we can use this branch and use it to bring together that multiple flows alternative paths into one point. We will use this branch and merge. And fork and join, so use it to split flow of control into multiple concurrent flows. So whatever the parallel flows we want to show in one diagram, we can use this fork and join. And also we are having another component is like action state. So action state is used to showcase the functionalities. Okay. So in tool MS Visio tool, as I will explain you this activity diagram, how to create by using the all the components, all these components. So let us go back with the tool. This is MS Visio tool. So here just give right click and just give this insert page. Name is to activity page. So a new page has been appeared. Just resize it. And here you will be having UML activity. It is a type of diagram as I told you. For this UML activity, these are all the components we are having with. And this is the start node, and will be the end node. And this is the action state as we will use. And this is the control flow, and it will be the decision box. And this will be the for, and this will be the join. Okay, so these are all the components we will use in this activity diagram to show the flow. Okay, so as I will explain you how to create these activity diagrams. Okay, so first let us create this activity diagram for registration. So as I want to give here start node is it is for registration as I have started my flow. So in registration, state also we can use the same purpose. We can give the functionalities here. Okay. So here as I'm giving this action state, see above you will be having UML activity. You are not able to see this. Okay. Just go with this view. Check here as a task pane. Let us see either it is getting or not. And here we are having shape data window. Just check all this. So as we are starting the process of this registration, as this is a start node for registration, and here let me place it here action state, and in action state we can write our functionalities and the state also we can write. So action state as I'm renaming it as a registration. Okay. So registration and other action state to complete this action state, let me use it here username. Username as the details we want to complete this registration, and just duplicated it. Let me give it here as phone number. Okay. And I have given this registration details as I have given. After completing of this for details, as I want to get this registration is successful. Just you can place it here, and here you can rename it as registration is successful. Okay. So in this way, you can place uh, all these actions and you can just give it here end node. Okay, so this is the flow as we are showing this activity diagram. This is the start node, and difference between the start node and end node is start node it is looking like a black circle, and for this end node as another circle is there for this end node. See, so in this way we can identify what is the start node and what is the end node. So just give this control flow. This is the control flow. Just place it here in this way. Okay. So in this way, we can complete all these activity diagrams by using these components, by using these action states, controller flows, and nodes, end nodes, and start nodes. Okay. So this is how we have completed the registration. And let us go with other, like, so let us go with the login page. Let us create the login page. Okay. So for the login page, as I'm starting this start node, this process I'm starting start node, and let me take this action state for the login. Here I'll rename it as login, and the details I want is username and password. Okay. So here let me give it as login and rename username, and here password. So here I want to use another component is like a decision box. This is a decision box as I want to use it here because if my password, whatever the password I'm giving, if it is correct, then login is successful. If the password is incorrect, then it will be redirect to the login page itself. Okay. So that thing I want to show it here. So that purpose I'm using this decision box. Okay. So let me give this control flow. So this is the control flow. And here I'm using, so another control flow that I want to show here, guard condition I want to show. Okay. So let me place it here, action state. And here I want to show login is successful. Okay. Login is successful. So I want to give it here guard condition. To give this guard condition, just give double click on it. So here you just select this guard condition. You need to select this guard, and here in this body you need to give your condition like if it is S, otherwise if it is a valid password, then that condition you need to give and select OK, so that it will show this guard condition here. Okay. So in this way, it will show the guard condition. And if whatever the password I have given, if it is wrong, so that I want to show that it is redirected back to the login page. Okay. So login page, just give right click on it. So right angle connector as it will look like this, just extend it. Okay, so in this way you can drag this control flow. And I want to give this guard condition here. To show that guard condition, again I'm just giving double click on this arrow. I'm selecting this guard, and I'm here in this body. I'm giving my condition as no. So that select OK. So that it is appeared as no. Okay. So in this way we can show these guard conditions. And let me show the flow. So here itself the flow will be ended. Okay, so this is how we have created for registration and login the flow we have created from the system's perspective. For registration, username, phone number, and whatever the details we have created, we will by giving these details we will complete the registration. So that I have given registration is successful. And for login page, as I want to give my username and password, if my password is correct, then login is successful. Otherwise, if it will be redirected to the login page again. So in this way, this is a flow as we have created for by using this activity diagram in MS Visio 2. And let us go back with let us see the other components also. So as of now, we have created a page for this registration, the diagram for registration, and this login. So let us create just again insert page name as payment page. Let us create the activity diagram for payment page. Resize it and select this UML activity. For payment page, as I'm starting this process, I'm using this initial state, and action state is like a payment, as I want to give it as payment. And here I'm using, as I'm having three options here, like as I'm having cash on delivery option and cash on delivery option, and I'm having another option like a UPI and also wallet. So these are the three options as I'm having in my in the payment process. If it is sufficient, you can draw all in one page. Otherwise, you can, as you need to create separate only. See, we want activity diagrams for each and every functionalities. We need to draw separately only. For registration, a separate activity diagram, and for login, a separate activity diagram. For each and every functionality, we need to draw one separate activity diagrams only. We won't showcase in one diagram itself. It is not possible to show. So if it will possible, but you can try from your end. Okay, if the flow is good, if you have a clear idea about this flow, you can create in one diagram itself by using all these components. No problem for that. Okay, so just here I'm using control flow. And here, as I'm having multiple options, so that I'm using option like branch and merge. The component I'm using branch and merge. Okay. So here, as I'm using this, I'm using here a decision box. And this is the component of branch and merge tool. So let me explain you this branch and merge tool. Okay. So as I'm having three options in this payment process, and those are all the three different actions like UPI, payment, and wallet. As we are having three UPI, wallet, and this one is cash on delivery. Okay. So these are the three different actions we are having. So to show these three actions in a different flow, the flow is splitting into three different ways so that we are using branch and merge. Just give right click, right angle connector, and here also same, just control flow, right click, right angle connector. Okay. And after, by using one option, we can complete the payment process. So as we know, we can bring this flow into one option like payment is successful. To show in this way, we can use the same decision box and we can merge these actions. This is a branch and merge as we are using. So this is a branch and merge tool. Sorry, component. This is a branch and merge component. Just go with the control flow. And here itself, the process, here we need to show that payment is successful. Payment success, and we can stop your process here. So in this way, we need to use this branch and merge component in this activity diagrams. Saileta, I will explain all these things in the end of the session, okay? So this is how we have used this branch and merge. So let us create another page, insert page, and we will create for order page. So just resize it. If payment is fail, you can go with again. You can give a decision box by keeping valid and invalid, and we can redirect it to payment process. You can show in that way also. Here you can give yes or no condition, and you can showcase that the payment is, if yes, it will be go with. If it is yes, then payment successful. Otherwise, it will be redirect to this payment page. Okay. And coming to order page, so let me create this order page, initial state, and let me bring this action state. Here I am giving as order, order update. Okay, order update. So in this way, as I have given, And here, as I'm showing this fork and join, because as SMS and email, both we will receive at a time. Okay, these are the parallel actions. Okay, so to show these parallel actions, we will use this fork and join. Just bring this control flow. So this will be the fork, and here I am using this action state, and let me name it as SMS. And here I am giving as email. Okay. So let me give this connection. Sailata, as I have explained it to Mayur before, so how to recognize all this? It based on the requirements, based on the situations, based on the process. If you understand the process clarity in a clear way, then you will understand this flow. First, you need to understand the process. Okay, how you are going with the requirements. You can refer to the documents, whatever you will prepare, what are the client requirements. You can understand the all the requirements by referring all the documents. If you are getting a clear idea about the requirements, if you understand the process and the flow clearly, then you can draw these diagrams. See, after understanding all the requirements, then only you will move to this design phase. Without gathering perfect, without gathering all the requirements, if you started this designing also, you can't understand anything. First, you need to understand the requirement, understand the flow, then only you can able to create these diagrams. Okay, so this is how we have used this fork and join component, and we have created diagram for this order update that to showcase the parallel actions by using this fork and join. So this is how we can use this. Okay, so these are all the components we will use for these use cases and activity diagrams. Okay, so this is the use case diagram, and this is the activity diagram for registration and login, and this is the activity diagram for payment process, and this is the one for order status. Okay, Deepak, as it is a parallel show, like a parallel, we are getting the actions in the same time. So let us say SMS and email that we have received our product, we will receive this SMS and we will receive this SMS and email in one at a time. Okay. So that to showcase these kind of situations, we will use use this fork and join. And Mayur, each functionality will have separate activity diagrams. As I told you before only, if you understand a clear and if you are having clear understanding about the requirements and about the flow, based on your flow you can draw it in one activity diagram by using all the components. If you want to showcase in different activity diagrams, you can showcase that in that way also, no problem. So team, this is about MS Visio tool, how to use each and every component, how to create the UML diagrams as I have explained it for you. So let us go with back with the other tools. As of now, Vivek Agrawal, as of now, we won't go with the swim lanes, only with these use case and activity diagrams we will go. Swim lanes, as based on the requirement, we will create the swim lanes. Otherwise, we won't use any swim lanes. Okay. Okay, so let us go back with the other tool. Yes, you need to do them in whatever the diagrams you have created. You can take them as a screenshot and you can make a document and you can share. Okay, so this is all about the MS Visio tool, as I have explained each and every component of this MS Visio, how to use and how to create the diagrams. So let us go back with this Balsamiq and Azure RP tool. So before going with these tools, team, do you want to go with a break? Otherwise, we will continue the session. If you want to go for break, just go for break for 10 minutes or 5 minutes and we can continue. Samina, these tools will be installed in your system in first stage itself. In preparation stage, team will install them. No need to worry about them. And the team, please have a break for 10 minutes and come back again within 10 minutes. So within 10 minutes, I will start the session again. Team, you can go back or go for a break. Come back within 10 minutes. Pooja Patel, what is the tool you have opened? Are you there? Please type in chat box. Okay, team. As I think everyone are back, we can continue our session. Yeah, Azure RP. Yeah, so Pooja, just go with this Azure tool. In Azure tool, open this view. Above, you will be having file, edit, view, all these options, right? Just go with the view and you need to select as paints, like a PANES paints, and there you need to select widget interactions view. Okay, widgets interactions and nodes, and widgets properties and style. Okay, so widgets sitemap everything you need to select those all so that it will be available. Yes, you need to select all those. Okay, team. So we can continue our session as I think everyone has come back. Please once check that, Dhanushma. So here, as we will continue our session, just we have completed this MS Visio tool. So let us get to know about this Balsamiq tool. Okay, Balsamiq tool and Azure RP. So Balsamiq, it is like a prototyping tool. Okay, as it is a prototyping tool, we will create in this Balsamiq tool, we will create all the. So as a BA, once we gather the requirements from stakeholders by using these different elicitation techniques and all, after gathering the requirements, we are analyzing the requirements. After that, we will come to design the phase, right? So in the designing phase, we are designing the phases and all. So by using this Balsamiq tool, we are using to create web and mobile applications. Okay, web and mobile applications. So it is a user interface designing tool for creating wireframes, mockups, and prototypes. Okay, wireframes, mockups, and prototypes. Okay, so these are the types of pages we will create by using this Balsamiq tool. So here we need to know what is the difference between these wireframes and mockups. See, prototypes we will create by using Azure RP, but in this Balsamiq tool, we will create these wireframes and mockups. So as we need to know what is the difference between these wireframes and mockups. Okay, so wireframes, so it is like a blueprint. Okay, so it is like a blueprint how we will create these wireframes. It is like a blueprint, and however we will create the sketches in a paper. In the same way, we will create the screens and pages by using these wireframes. Like it is a blueprint. We won't give any colors of these screens and pages, whatever we have designed, and we it is not an interactive. Also, we won't give any interactions for this. So whenever I'm explaining you to the tool so that you will be getting a clear idea about these wireframes and mockups. Okay, and the mockups, it is like a advanced stage of wireframe. Okay, so as it is the advanced stage of wireframe, wireframe helps the stakeholders to explain their requirements efficiently, and mockups design is a improved version of the wireframe, and it shows how the future system will be look like. Okay, it shows what are the major differences, like what are the future system look like. And let us understand some major differences between these wireframes and mockups and prototypes. So wireframe, it is a drawing on a page how application will be visible. Okay, only to visible how the application will be, just to view the view purpose we will use this wireframe. And mockups, it is an advanced version of this wireframes. Okay, so we can color in this, we can color to the designing whatever that we have prepared. We can design them and we can give connections from one page to another page, and also we can navigate one page to another page by using these mockups. Okay, so that purpose it is an advanced stage for wireframes. It is an advanced stage from wireframes. And prototype is like while you are showing your application to stakeholder, it looks like a real time application. So it will be created through Azure RP. Okay. So as I told you, we are having Azure tool also, Azure RP tool. Okay. So this Azure RP tool we are having. So this is the advanced stage. Azure RP is an advanced stage for Balsamiq. Here we will create prototypes, and with these prototypes it is an advanced stage of mockups, advanced of mockups. Okay, so we will create prototypes and it is an advanced stage, advanced than prototypes. Okay, so this is the difference between Balsamiq tool and Azure RP tool. So interface of a Balsamiq having with a toolbar, assets and buttons, all the things are available here. So here So these are the difference between Balsamiq tool and Azure RP tool. In Balsamiq tool and Azure RP tool, we will create the screens and pages of our applications, both web applications and mobile applications we will create. And here in Balsamiq, we can create two kind of screens and pages. Those are wireframes and mockups. Wireframe, it is like a blueprint, and we can't navigate from one page to another page, and it is like a sketch. Okay, and mockups, it is we can navigate from one page to another page, and we can color if we want to color for our application. We can color them. And Azure RP, it is an advanced version of this Balsamiq tool. Here we can create our prototypes. In prototypes, it is an interactive tool. However, we are going with whatever we have created by using widgets. We can interact with them and we can give our details there, and also it will look like a real-time application. Okay, so this is the difference between this Balsamiq tool and Azure RP tool. So team, now I'll explain you the Balsamiq tool, how to create the screens and pages of our applications. So please listen carefully. So this is a Balsamiq tool. Just go with this Balsamiq tool. Whenever you are opening this Balsamiq tool, it will look like this. So this is the interface of the Balsamiq tool. These are all the widgets helpful for us to create all the screens and pages. Okay, and above it will show all types of widgets, whatever we are having. These are all the types. We can go with this all the types. Okay, and the left side, as we are having mockup, these are the pages. Whatever the pages we have, we will create, it will show here itself. Okay, number of pages we can add here itself, and here it will show whatever the widgets we are doing creating, the pages we can give the connections from here onwards. Okay, so now we will create some screens and pages of our application as we have done in MS Visio tool, as we have done with this e-commerce application, right? So for the same application, we will create some screens and pages here. Okay, so here first is for registration. Okay, we need to create our page for registration. So let us create. So here we are having browser widgets. This is the page I have taken. So just drag and drop. It is a drag and drop tool. We can drop the widgets and drop it here. Just drag and drop it here. Okay. So let me give the web page like a link. Okay. So link as we can give www dot e-commerce. Okay. So in this way, I have created a web link here. So for this, it is a registration page. To show it is a registration page, as I will show it has. I'm using the widget like a text area or text input. We can use anyone. So just for text area, as we can drag and drop here, and here I can give type it as registration. Okay, and we can also resize it. So this is the registration page I'm creating. As I have mentioned, it is a registration page. And here I want to give my details. I want to show my details like a username and whatever the details we are having, phone number, username and phone number. So to write here as username, as I'm taking this text. Okay. Otherwise, we can also use this sum text. Just go with this sum text and here type it as username. Okay. So whenever I'm clicking on this, it will be looking like this username. And let me take another, like here I want to give phone number. Okay. Mm. So this is how I have given our details. To write these details as I'm taking this text inputs. Okay. And here I'm taking it as, so username and phone number as I have given. And let me give a button here. Just 1 minute. So this is a button widget as I'm giving here button. Okay. So here let me rename it as register. So team, please listen carefully. Whatever we have created now, whatever we have created now, it is a blueprint. Okay, we can't navigate here, and we didn't have any, we didn't give any sketches or coloring, whatever, we didn't give anything. So it is a blueprint, it is a wireframe. Okay, so this is a wireframe as we have created, and let us see the mock-up also. Okay, and as I want to show you the difference, so at corner, right side corner, you will be having preview button, video button. Just click on this video button. Okay, video button. Okay, so this is how we can give presentations by using this video button. So if I click on this register, is it navigating? It is not navigating, right? Because it is a wireframe, it is not a mock-up, so that it is not redirecting to any page. So Sailata, I'll create many pages here. You can listen carefully, okay? So this is a wireframe as we have created. We didn't give any connections, we didn't give any coloring, so it is a wireframe. And let us create another page. Just click on this plus button so that another page will be added. So here, let me drag and drop this. Again, I'm dragging and dropping this browse. Sailata, please look into here how I'm creating this page again. So here I'm creating login page again. Okay. So here just give www dot e-commerce as I have given. So for registration, I'm creating in the same way. However, we have taken the widgets in the same way we can take. These are all the widgets. Just go with this text area, drag and drop. Just rename it as login. Okay. And resize it. Here, just use this some text and give it here username. Username. And again, drag and drop it here and give it here password. Okay. So this is how we have given. And let me take this text input, give it here, and again text input, drag and drop here. Okay. Okay, so this is how we have created for login page also. Again, just take this button and keep it here. Here, just give login. So this is how we need to create the pages. And here also we can just use this link, just give it here and rename it as forget password. Okay. So in this way we can create it. So this is how we have created the pages. These are the wireframes. Okay. So if we want to give this color for this, we can also give this coloring. Just go with this. Here we are having border styles and background colors, all this. Just select this background color. Select some color, whatever you want to go with. You can select these colors in this way. Okay. So for the same login also, if you want to add to color, you can add the colors. Okay. And here, as we can give connections for one page to another page. As I have created registration and I have given button shape, right? So why we are using button shape means by using this button shape, we can navigate the pages from one page to another page. Okay. So to give this connection, just click on this register so that it will show you like a buttons, position, size, and all these options it will show. Here it is showing links, right? Just go with these links as how many pages we have created, it will show you here. Okay, just give connection to the other page. So in this way I have given connection, and also we can rename them. Just double click on it. So here I'm giving registration page, and let me rename it as login page. Okay, so this is how we have created registration page and login page, and also we have given connection. So let us preview it. Let us see how it is working on. So here, as I told you, there is a video button. We can go with this video button to preview. So just click on this register. See how it is navigating. So this is navigating to login page. Okay. So this is the difference between wireframe and mockup. Again, I'm showing you. So how we have given, let me give this link to login page also. Okay, so preview it. So whenever I'm logging, just go with it is redirecting to register page. If I'm clicking on this register, it is navigating to login page. So this is how this is called as mockups. This is the difference between wireframe and mockup. Okay. So we have created the pages for this registration and login. Right side corner, you will be having video button. Pooja, please go with this video button. Okay. So, okay. So in this way, we have created registration page and login page. So let us uh, create a product catalog page. Okay. So here, let me duplicate it. Here, let me duplicate it. And here, let me delete all this. Okay. So as it is a product catalog, I am deleting all this because we need to add the products in this. So no need of all these things. Yes, I will show. Rashmi, again, whatever the page I'm creating now, we will connect to the page. So listen carefully. So here, as I'm creating the product catalog page, so for this, just take this text input, drag and drop, give it as product catalog. Okay. And see, to add the images as the for the products, to show that the images of the products, here you will be having image widget. Just drag and drop this widget here, just give double click on it. So your files will be opened. So from here onwards you can collect your images. Okay, so in this way you can add the images also for your product catalogs. So as I'm explaining you now, for to get a clear understanding how to use all these widgets and all. Okay, for each and every widget as how to use, how it the tool is working. For that purpose, I'm showing all this. So please listen carefully. And these are all the types of widgets we are having. Okay, so we can go with this. So here I'm taking number stepper. So this number stepper, as I want to show number of kgs, let me showcase 5 kgs as I'm having. We can show in this way by using this number stepper also. Okay. Shailendra, I will add another page, another image. Please listen carefully. So I'm showing you how to add this images. Again, I will show you. So please listen. And here, let me give this as another widget as we can use it here. Just add it here, checkbox, because we need to select the product, right? Checkbox, and here pay. Just give it here, and let me rename it as dry nuts. Okay. Okay. So in this way, I have used this checkbox, and here I'll add this text input. So let me give it as the price as 200. Okay. So this will be the price. So this is how I have given a product here. So let me add another product. Please listen carefully how to add these products. Just drag and drop this image widget here. Give double click on this image so that the file will be open. Files will be open in your system. Just search for your product. Okay, so search for your products. Select this so that images will be opened. So I'm placing it here, and again I'm taking this checkbox. Let me give it here as fruits. Okay, and again, you don't have any files means download them. Download from Chrome or anywhere you can download, and you can save in your files. Okay, so just duplicate this stepper and make it here. As here you can rename also. You can give different number as I have given. So you can add the price also in this way. Okay. So in this way we can add the products in our catalog. Which number? So here in this way we can give this. So this is a number stepper. Here we can say search for number stepper in the forms. Here we are having forms in the this one number stepper we have given. Just drag and drop here, and you can double click on it, and you can give the number. Okay. So here just let me add button shape again. Let me give this product page. Okay. So team, let me rename it product page. Okay. This one, add to cart. So team, as I'm giving connection again for this add to cart, please listen carefully how to give connections from one page to another page. So here just select this button shape as I have given add to cart. If you won't give any button shape other in place of this button shape, if you give any other widget, it won't work. Only for button shape it is having the access for navigating. So just click on this add to cart, and here you will be having links option. Just go with this links option. Go with this select a page, whatever the page you have created, you can select these pages so that it will be connected here. Okay. So now I have created product catalog. So let me create an add to cart page. Okay. Just let me do here. Let me duplicate. So as I'll remove all this because as of now I'm adding the products. So dry nuts as I have added in my add to cart page. Okay. So let me rename it as add to cart. Okay. So this is the add to cart page. As I will give you the connection for product catalog, just select this button shape, go to links. So, okay. So just give the connection for this. Okay. Rename it as add to cart page. Okay, so as I have added my products in the catalog, in the add to cart page, so let us again create the payment page. Okay, just select this, duplicate it, and rename it as payment page. Okay, remove all this. So rename it as like payment page. Okay. So for payment page, as we are having multiple options, so we can showcase these multiple options by using multiple widgets. So let me drag and drop this checkbox as here I'm using UPI. Okay. And also let me add another widget as see for understanding purpose, I am using all the widgets. Okay. So UPI and cash on delivery. Okay. Cash on delivery. This is a radio button and this is a checkbox as I have used it. And also we can use this combo box. This is a drop box. Okay, we can also use these drop boxes. And here we can give you wallets and cash on delivery UPI. Okay. So as we have given all this, so whatever the options we have given in Dropbox, it is showing here itself. Okay. So this is how we have given all the options. And let me add again this button shape. So give here as order page. Okay. Just add this, give connection to this payment page for this. And for payment page as I have created, duplicate it. Let me create now order page. Okay. So just remove all this. After completing of all this, it want to show like order has been successfully completed. So for that, I am just adding this text area and order successful. And again, I can use a Dropbox. Again, I can use button shape here. And here, let me rename it as product done. Okay, as I have given done here. So select this, give link. I'm giving link for this product page because after completing of this, if I after getting this order successful option, I can navigate again for this product catalog. And if I want to add this color for this text input also, I can give connect. So here we are having coloring options. Just select this coloring options. Okay. In this way, you can select. Okay. So In this way, we have created all the pages and we have given links to all the pages. So let us preview it. Let us see how we have created our pages and all. So just here at right side, we are having preview buttons. Just select this preview button. So in this way, we have created all the pages for registration, login, catalog. We have created product catalog, add to page, add to cart we have created, and payment page we have created, and also order successful confirmation page also we have created. So for this, preview it. So whenever I'm previewing it, just selecting this register so that it is navigated to login page. So I'm giving, so if I click on this forget password, it is a link we have given. It is not navigating, see. And if we want to give any details also, as it is not taking any details. Okay. Only navigating it is doing. We can't select anything here. Okay. So just login so that okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so login product page as we can't select any product here. Okay, and this one also we can't increase and decrease all things. Okay, only navigating we can do here. So when I'm selecting this add to cart, just this as I have added to the cart and as payment page we are going with, and it is not possible to select these all things. Dropbox we cannot select, radio button we cannot select, checkbox also we cannot select, but we can navigate from one page to another page. Okay, so this is the difference between wireframe and mockups. Okay, so why I'm showing you that these are not able to select anything, because you will get to understand these difference in prototyping. In Azure RP tool, you will get to know why it is not happening, why I'm explaining you now. So whenever we will go with this prototyping Azure RP tool, you will get to understand clearly. Okay. So this is how we need to create all the pages by using this Balsamiq tool, by using all the widgets and buttons and all this. We can give the links, we can navigate from one page to another page by using this Balsamiq tool. So let us go back with our Azure RP tool and let us see how we are creating the pages. So as I told you, it is an advanced stage of this Balsamiq tool. So let us go with this Azure RP tool. So this is the Azure RP tool. Just go with this Azure RP. So here we can navigate in this way. This is the interface. Here itself we can create our pages. Okay. So here these are all the widgets we are having to create our pages, and number of pages we can add it here itself, left side. And these are all the options we are having to preview, and we can color here itself. We can resize the pages. And here as we are right side, we are having widget interaction and notes. Here we can give links from one page to another page. Okay. So this is the Azure RP tool interface. So as to create the pages, here we are having all the widgets. See, team, as we are having in Balsamiq tool, as we have web page in already it is a predefined widgets we have all whatever the widgets we are having, we have created all those. But here we won't have any predefined widgets. Only we need to create each and every widget whatever we are giving creating the pages. Okay, so here let me take a rectangle. Let me resize it. Okay, I'm resizing it, and here I'm just taking as header 1 or header 2. I'm just taking as header 2. So here I am giving as register page. Okay, I'm creating a register page. So if you want to add the color also, we can add. Just select this rectangle, and here you will be having coloring option. You just give coloring here from here itself. Okay, so in this way we can color for the pages. And as I have given register page, and here I want to give the details, username and all I have to give. So here I'm using text field. Okay, text field, let me give it as, so I have added a text. These are the text fields as I have given. Okay. So select this text field. Here you will be having text field name. From here itself, we can give the text field name. So username. Okay. So username as I have given as text field name. And also down we will be having widget properties and styles. Here we are having multiple options like a type. What type of text field it is. So let us say it is like a text. It is a type text type. Whatever the name we are having, it must be come in text type only. And hint text is like I'm giving it as username. Okay. So here it is showing whatever the text field name we have given here, it is showing here itself. Okay. And here I want to give it as text field name as phone number. Okay. As I'm giving it as a phone number. And here the type of text is phone number. We can select this phone number, and the hint text will be give it as phone number. Okay. So in this way we have created register page. So in this way we have created register page, and as we need to give this, here we can give it as button shape. Okay. Button shape we can give it here. So button shape as rename it as register. Okay. So this is how we have created a page. Let me rename it. Rename as register page. Okay. So in this way I have created a register page. So let us create another page. Here we are having pages option. Just go with this another page. So duplicate page. Okay. We can duplicate the pages here itself. So here let me rename as login. And for this login page. And for this login page, as I have given a text field, for this login page, for this text field, as I'm giving here text field name is username itself, and the type is text, and hint text is username only. Okay. And for this phone number, as I will give here as, so the text field name as I will give it here as password. Okay. And here the type, text type is password. Let me give password, and the hint text is password. Okay. So in this way I have given. And for this button shape, let me rename it as login. So I have created these pages. We have created register page and login page. And if you want to give connection for these pages, select just select this button shape. Here we are having, so just here we are having create link. Okay. At right side, we are having widget interactions and notes. Just click on this create link. Here it will show whatever the pages we have created, it will show. Just select this copy, just select this whatever the page we want to give. We can select that page and just rename it as login page. Okay. We have created, and now we need to create product catalog. So for the same, just duplicate it, and here this, product page as I have given. Okay, let me remove all this. Let me rename it as product catalog. Okay, so as I told you, we can add our images. For that, here we are having images option. Just go with these images. We can add these images in this way. Just give a double click on it so that again files will be open. Select these images. Double click on it. Okay, so in this way, we can give our images. In the same way, we can add our products. Okay. So same as we need to drag and drop this image, double click on it, select this images, whatever you're having, and it is showing you need to resize it as we need to select as if you want to resize it, we can resize it. Okay. So in this way, we have added our products in this product catalog, and also we can use all these. So let me add it here as checkbox I'm adding. So here, let me rename it as dry nuts. Okay. So here I can give this heading to, and here I can add this pricing. So here I want to give I want to showcase the discount as like 50% off. Okay. As I'm showing 50% off. Okay. So in this way, I want to showcase the discount also. Okay. So as I have given this one. So here, let me take the radio button again and let me rename it as fruits. Okay. So in this way, these are the products. If I want to select these items, I can select these items. And here, let me add button shape, rename it as add to cart. Okay. So this is how I have created a product catalog page also. For login, just I want to give connection, login, create link, product page. Okay. As in this way, I have created for product page. And let us create another page. So if we want to select all these widgets with these items, you can just click on this control, select a control and keep that control in on hold, and you can select all these items. Whatever you want to add in next page, you can add those. Okay. Okay. So in this way, as I'm adding all these, control C. Okay. So I'm creating another page, the duplicate page I have created, and here just add to cart. Okay. So whatever I have created as it is duplicated here. If whatever I want to give another page, also I can create. So here just select add and select this child page, and you can give whatever the products you want to add, or you can add all those in this child page. Okay. So let me remove all this. Let me rename it as add to cart. Okay. And here add to cart as I'm renaming it as payment. Okay. So this is how I have added my product here itself. And for product page, I need to give the link, create link for add to cart page. Okay. And add to cart page as I have created, and let us create another page of payment page. Okay. So I'll show you how to create add another page. Just click on this add child page so that a page will be open. Here you can rename it as payment page. Okay. So this is a new page as I have created, and whatever I have copy pasted below, I just giving this control V. And let me remove all this now. So as it is a payment page, let me rename it as payment page. So here I'm adding these all the checkbox. Okay. I'm adding this checkbox. Let me give it as UPI and radio button as cash on delivery. And here I can select drop list I'm using. Just go with this drop list, and here I can add the products as many I want. So just I'm using wallet I'm using. Wallet, and I can add other also. Just click on this place, and I want to give it as a UPI, and other is like cash on delivery. So this is the Dropbox as I have added, as it is showing only one wallet. Okay. And here let me rename it as payment page, order page. Okay. Sorry, order. So this is how I have created payment page, and let me add another page, child page. Let me give it as order page. Okay, order page as I have selected. So here, I want to show is order successful. Okay. And if I want to add color for the order successful also, I can add. Just go with this, select this text field, area, and you can select this coloring. You can give this color here. Okay. In this way, we can add the colors. So here I want to give rename as done. Okay. And I want to give this link to product page. As I'm giving all the links for each and every page. Okay, so in this way we have created all the pages. So let us preview it. So above we are having video button. Just go with this video button, play it so that it will be redirected. So here I can give my name. So if I want to give the name, I can give. So let us give some name like Mayur I am giving. Okay. In this way, it will take the names. Okay, phone number. We can add phone number also. Okay, in this way, we can add phone numbers. So it will take the inputs. In Balsamiq tool, whatever we have created, it is not taking any inputs, right? But here it is taking all the inputs, whatever we are giving. Okay, so just click on this register so that it is navigated to login page. And here I want to give the name as Mayur and password as I can give anything. As I have given a condition like password, right? So that it is taking a password in the password way also in password way only, as it is not showing. If I click on this, it will show the password, otherwise it won't show. Okay. So this is the difference between Balsamiq tool and Azure RP tool. So in this way, we can give the inputs. It is an interactive tool. So whenever I'm clicking on this login, so I can go the product catalog. Here I can select either dry nuts I can select, otherwise fruits also I can select. Okay. So this is the difference. Okay. In Basmic tool, we didn't get these options, right? We are unable to select these options. Okay. Just go with this add to cart. And here it is showing we can select this dry nuts and payment. For this payment, as I can select UPI, otherwise I can select cash on delivery. And also Dropbox, as I have I can select anything from this Dropbox. Okay, as these many things I have added in this Dropbox, so that I can select anything. Okay, you just order it. So order is completed successfully. Done. It is going with the product cat. So this is the difference between Balsamiq tools and Azure RP tool. No, they won't store anywhere. Okay, just those are the conditions we have those are the conditions as we have given text type inputs, so that it is selecting. Okay, and also there are more options as we are having in this Azure RP tool. No, they won't save. Whatever the details you are giving, although they won't save, no need to worry about that. To play the video, just yes, we can use this Azure tool only. If you want to use, we can use. Just for understanding purpose, as we are explaining this Balsamiq and all. It based on the companies. How can I know what they will ask? Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot and you can paste it in Word. Yeah, whatever we will type, it will go. If we add some conditions, it won't navigate. Okay. So there will be some conditions for this. If you give particular conditions, it won't navigate. Okay. Yes, Leelavati, this class will be uploaded in YouTube channel. Okay, fine. So now let us see other things. We are also having other things also. Just let me. Mayuri wireframe, it is like a blueprint. We can't navigate and we can't do anything. It is only a sketch. Mockups, we can navigate from one page to another page. And these prototypes, these are the prototypes. We can select all these things. Okay. But in mockups, it won't be possible to now select all this. Okay. So this is a difference. Okay. So we are having other things also. Let us see with that. And as I told you, as I have added percentage, so I want to show this percentage in product page. Okay. So to show this percentage, So we need to select this, whatever we have given here, 50% off. We need to select this. Just give right click on it. And here you need to select hidden. Okay. Set hidden. We need to select set hidden. And we need to select these dry nuts. Whatever the dry nuts we have given, we need to select these dry nuts. And here we need to select this mouse enter. Okay. Select this mouse enter. Give double click. And here you will be having widgets. Just go with these widgets. Select this show and hide. And here you need to select. Okay. So whatever we have given. Okay. Whatever we have given images, we need to select this. Okay. And you can select this. Okay. Okay. And we can select this one also, like to show or to hide. Just now I'm giving show. Just whenever I entering this mouse to the 50% off, it want to be show, otherwise it want to be hide. Okay. So that I'm just giving this. Okay. And again same thing we can do. Just select this 50% off, and we can select this image. Just And here same way for mouse out. Just select this mouse out, double click on it, select this show and hide, select this images, and select this hide, and click on OK. Okay. So let us preview it. Let us see how it is working. Just go with this video preview. See. 1 minute. Okay. And the mouse out as the same I'm giving mouse out. And let me go with this show and hide. Let me select these images, and I want to give it as hide, and I'm selecting OK. Okay. So now let us preview it. So as it is not working, so this is all about Azure tool and Balsamiq tool, MS Visio tool, as I have explained each and everything. So team,